We are 2 minutes away from the career mode reveal. FC26 is very close, guys. We're not far away, and I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this day for a while now because the embargo lifts and I can talk about career mode. So what we're going to do is react to the deep dive trailer that they're about to put live. I'm sure it's just a couple of minutes long. We'll see what they show, and then I'll talk about what I've experienced because, as you know, in recent weeks, I've been to Vancouver. I went to the EA headquarters in Canada, and it was an amazing experience. I got to play the game. I got to play career mode. I got to see the new features. I got to do so many cool things. And actually, I've posted a 3-part vlog series. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, you can. But of course, up until, well, today, I haven't been able to talk about it. So we've got some really exciting new features coming this year, some quality of life improvements. And actually, and for the first time, I can reveal, I've got an interview with one of the lead producers, one of the line producers on career mode. His name is Andreas. I won't be posting that today. That is going to come in the next few days. I was able to ask him some questions about the new career mode this year, what's happening in the future. I even dropped the bombshell of online career mode, so you guys can look forward to that. Here we've got Ibrahimovic. Of course, he's returning to FC26 for the first time. He's going to be an icon. I'm going to pack him. All right. I can imagine a lot of people are going to be doing, you know, Road to Zlatan's or whatever and trying to build a team around him. But we've got 15 seconds to go here. So sit back, relax. Let's enjoy what they've got to show. And then I will walk you guys through my thoughts. Here we go. Let me unmute. This is live. This is premiering right now.
There are a lot of new things coming to career for FC26. A brand new way to play called Manager Live, with challenges that test your ability to recreate famous managerial achievements or complete themed objectives. An active manager market with sackings, caretakers, dynamic manager ratings, and unique opportunities to take over at new clubs.
Yes.
An overhauled gameplay experience called Authentic Gameplay, tailored specifically to making career realistic. The introduction of unexpected events based on the twists and turns of modern football. And an overhaul to analytics that equips you with deeper stats across different leagues and multiple seasons.
Oh my God,
Let's talk
guys.
first about Manager Live, starting with all new challenges. Think of these as careers centered around specific goals or storylines. We know our community already sets these types of challenges for themselves, crafting unique narratives by building careers around certain accomplishments. With Manager Live, you'll now be rewarded for reaching those goals and be inspired to take
Retro
new challenges
kits.
and create
Retro
new
kits.
You'll see a variety of challenges throughout the year. Some might be short, like navigating 5 pivotal matches at the end of a season, or take several seasons to complete, like recreating a historic triple promotion. Sometimes, you'll be asked to select a specific club or league to recreate an authentic accomplishment, or be given total freedom to choose your favourite club, ensuring there's something for every type of player.
Oh, mate, it's so
You'll
cool.
be able to have
It's so
numerous
cool.
challenges active at the same time, in addition to your other career saves. And if you've fallen in love with your team after you've reached your goals, you can simply continue playing that career. When you complete a challenge, you'll progress along the Season Pass ladder, earning rewards across all game modes, including a variety of vanity items like retro kits, and something we know you've been asking for, new kits for your Creator Club careers. You'll also earn
Finally
rewards for an all-new mode, Manage a Career with Icons and Heroes, which gives you the opportunity to mix eras and manage some of the all-time greats. As you set up your career, you'll be able to fill your squad with any icon or hero that you've earned so far. And with the Ultimate Edition, you'll receive 3 more icons at launch to kickstart your careers.
It's worth
Manager
pre-ordering.
Market is another big innovation this year and something you've been keen to see introduced. You'll now be able to view every league to see which positions are open, how likely you are to be considered for that job, or even which managers are at risk, so you can target their club as a future opportunity. From here, you'll watch the manager carousel unfold, with managers getting the sack for poor form or failing club objectives.
Bye,
We're also
Ange.
introducing caretaker managers who oversee the role for a limited time after a departure. And with the right results, they'll even be able to earn the job on a full-time basis. Clubs will appoint managers using the same principles that we see in football. approaching candidates with similar pedigrees and tactical styles. Manager movement won't be rare. In fact, it'll be about as common as it is in the real world. And while Manager Market will be your go-to place for all manager news and info, you'll also hear commentary as you enter matches that alert you to managers
Look at
in
these
trouble,
new
making their
cutscenes.
debut and more.
Heat on the manager now.
The Manager
As we
Market is
mentioned in our
amazing.
Gameplay deep dive. Korea now has its own dedicated gameplay experience called Authentic Gameplay.
Yeah, this
Tailored
guys.
specifically to deliver the immersive, true-to-football experience our career players want. In addition to refining the gameplay fundamentals, from goalkeeping and tackling, to passing, pace and physicality, we've recalibrated a number of specific details to make authentic gameplay
I've played
responsive,
this.
realistic and enjoyable.
The difference
Rebounds,
is
blocks and
immense.
bounces will all be governed by physics to create more authentic and sometimes unpredictable moments. Your AO teammates will keep tighter defensive lines and be more compact in the midfield.
Thank you.
Tackles, headers and corners will feel true to real-world success rates. Every detail has been geared towards that feeling of immersion, making sure that authentic gameplay lives up to its name and your feedback for how Korea should play. And for those who prefer the feel of competitive gameplay, you'll still be able to toggle your career experience between the two different gameplay presets.
Don't
Unexpected
play on
events
that. Play on
also new
authentic.
this year. And like Manager Market, they're built to deliver more of the variety, excitement and unpredictability we see in real-world football. Each unexpected event will test you in different ways as a manager. Some events affect you financially. A budget malfunction could freeze your funds for a limited amount of time, or a new behind-the-scenes documentary at your club could leave you with fresh cash to spend. Other events
Oh
affect
my
your dressing
God.
room. A wage leak could cause unrest, or you could find yourself in a contract showdown with a star player. Each unexpected event is an opportunity to step up and make the right choices to navigate whatever comes your way. It's important to note, however, that unexpected events are optional. When you start a career, you'll be able to choose how frequently they happen or turn them off entirely.
Don't turn them off.
Overhauled stat tracking
It's so
this
much
year
fun.
based on your feedback. You'll now be able to see in-depth data for up to 5 leagues of your choice. From top
Stats!
goal scorers and assist makers
Stats!
to match ratings,
Yes,
clean sheets,
CA.
and more. And
Give us
you can assign
stats.
scouts as you look through the data, so you don't miss out on players you discover through the analytics.
Yes.
Now, data from the previous year will also be available, allowing you to identify trends and track progress. We want a realistic career. That's what we hear
what a
from you
goal.
most, and we're confident that realism will be the heart of Korea in FC26. Thanks to the new Manager Market, unexpected events, deeper stats, dedicated authentic gameplay, and even new challenges to mirror true football storylines and repeat the feats of real-world managers. Look out for more career details in the pitch notes and on our social channels, including a look at the new additions to player career like archetypes, and all new storylines. Pre-order the FC26 Ultimate Edition now to get 3 icons in Manager Career, plus 6,000 FC points and a range of Ultimate Team benefits, including a debut icon at launch and an icon today in FC25.
Wow. Right. So first of all, Pete, fantastic job with the video. I'm sure lots of people worked on it, but that was really well put together. I spoke to Pete a lot at the event, and Andreas and many others, Bogdan. Like, thank you guys for what you offered me and the opportunity to meet you guys and talk through what was coming in the game. I'm so excited about these features, and actually seeing it put together in a video like this has got me so excited. So let's go through each individual new feature or quality of life change or whatever it may be, just in a little bit of detail right now whilst I'm here with you guys. But this weekend, there's going to be a video with the interview, and I'm going to talk more detail. So first of all, we've got the Manager Live Hub. This is where, when you start a career mode, you can effectively choose many, many different ways to play as we go through the cycle, as we go through the next few weeks, months, and, well, the next year. There's going to be new events popping up all the time, and they are so much fun. And they are, I mean, there's unlimited things that they can do with these events. I played a couple of them. One of them was I was not allowed to use any players over the age of 24. So when I launched a career mode with Sunderland using that live event, I went through my list of players, and if anyone was 25 or more, I could not select them. They could not be used. I had to sell them or just put them on the reserves. and it just said too old. It was the funniest moment going through a squad of players and seeing someone who's 25, 26, 27 being too old. But that was the challenge. There could be challenges where you need to get promoted 3 times in a row with a League Two team. There's money restrictions, transfer restrictions, age restrictions. There's you could have a completely injured, half of your team could be completely injured or suspended, and you've got to start as well as you can. It's a really fresh way of playing the game, and I've mentioned it a few times. I think a lot of people, when they play career mode, get bored quickly because they haven't got a reason or a goal in mind. They just pick a team they want to play with and kind of just start playing and make some signings. And what we've done over the years is obviously create our own scenarios, our own things in our head that we want to aim for, whether it's win a treble, sign loads of great players, use the youth academy only, things like that. Well, now there's official reasons, official events to do these career modes with. It's so much fun. I played a couple of them, and there's going to be so many. They can tweak so many individual categories or genres or whatever, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's going to give you a reason to jump on career mode every couple of days, every couple of weeks to play the new event. And of course, as they mentioned, you will earn rewards. It will give you experience for your season pass. So if you play a lot of Ultimate Team or Pro Clubs or whatever, it's going to give you experience playing career mode as well. It's all interlinked, and also you're going to get yourself some retro kits and some other rewards, icons, heroes, things like that. Retro kits and any other custom kits that then you can use for a creative club. It's just such a great idea. And of course, in this example, they're unlocking a Napoli retro kit, which you can use with Napoli. Obviously, there's licensing issues. They're not going to have a retro kit for every single club. I would absolutely love some Arsenal retro kits, but it might not be the case. Who knows which kits we're going to get, but it's such a great idea. Not only do you get to play this cool new event, you get to earn rewards too. Now, this is something I didn't actually see myself. I didn't actually know this was the case. I just presumed you go into starting a normal career mode and then just put icons in. They've actually got its own part of the menu. Icons and heroes. Build a career leading a club containing all-time greats. So we're going to be able to start career modes officially this way. And any icons that you've unlocked, any heroes you've got, you can throw them into your team. Really cool idea. I would love to build, a partial Arsenal Invincibles team. Obviously, they don't have every single player, but how much fun is that going to be? And of course, you've got the Authentic Club, you've got live start points, and you've got Creator Club, your own custom club. Now, this new feature is huge, the manager market. This is something we've needed for a long, long time. As you're playing career mode or manager mode, you are going to see coaches and managers swapping clubs, transferring to different clubs, getting sacked, getting hired. You're going to see, for a temporary amount of time, a couple of weeks maybe, you're going to have caretaker managers take over, and maybe if they do well enough, they keep the job. I've seen some wild, wild examples, and you'll see in my interview with Andreas, the lead line producer, you're going to see some pretty crazy head coach transfers, but not. So, for example, one of the questions I asked is, are we going to see Arteta going to Tottenham? And obviously it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. There are going to be things in play that stop those kind of things from happening. But I've seen after 5 seasons, Pep Guardiola was at Dortmund. I've seen Eddie Howe at Manchester United. I've seen managers I've never even heard of making their way through top clubs. It's such a cool feature. But obviously the best thing is, if maybe you're feeling like you've achieved everything you wanted to achieve with your current club, or maybe you're just feeling a little bit bored and you've got itchy feet, you want to try something new, a new challenge, you can just jump into the manager market. And if I skip forward just a little bit here, it just shows you a list of all the clubs, all of the managers, their tactic they use, and then their job security and hiring likelihood. You can't just apply for every single position. They do need to be at risk of being fired or insecure, I think the word might be. So you can only apply for roles where the manager is basically on with his last chance, let's say, and you can then apply and you can just sign for a new team. It's so much better than just hoping you receive an offer from another club that you like. And it's much better than just getting sacked and then being offered 1 or 2 different choices, maybe 3 choices, and none of them really excite you. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this manager market. I thought this was really cool as well when they showed us when I was at the event. There are tons of new cutscenes just like this. This is like a fan zone, which is a really cool idea. It just cuts to this sometimes when you score a goal, before matches, after matches, things like that. I think there was another one they showed. Or have I just gone too far? Anyway, we'll move on to authentic gameplay, because if I'm honest, guys, I think this excites me the most. So in FC26, they are splitting the gameplay. You might think, what are you talking about, splitting the gameplay? I literally mean it. They're splitting the gameplay. So this is FC25 and previous years. The gameplay is just the gameplay. Okay, that's where they work on the animations. All of it is just in one ball, let's say. What they've done is they've slashed that ball in half. You've now got authentic gameplay and competitive gameplay. When you play Ultimate Team, you're using competitive gameplay. When you're playing offline, you can use authentic gameplay. You can use both in career mode and manager mode. But authentic gameplay is slowed down. The animations are way more realistic. The defending is much more manual. Skill moves are a little bit slower. It's less arcadey. It's much more of a simulation vibe. And look, a lot of the creators that went along with me to the event played, I think it was a build that was about a month before we arrived. It was kind of a month old. And everyone tried out competitive and authentic gameplay. And obviously, most creators that play Ultimate Team just want to play competitive. And let me just quickly say, it's great. It's fun. It's fast. It's zippy. It's arcadey. That's exactly what you want. And defenders are doing a little bit... Wait, I think I might have said it wrong before. In authentic, the gameplay... in terms of the defensive AI, they plug gaps a little bit better, whereas in competitive, you need to manually move your defender in positions better. I think I might have got it the wrong way round. You obviously need to be, in competitive, controlling those defenders yourself, because, well, that's what being competitive is all about. In authentic, the defenders are a little bit more intelligent and help, if that makes sense, because it's more of a simulation, right? The difference is absolutely mental. But the reason I brought up the build being a month out of date when I arrived to play it, obviously I wanted to play a much more up-to-date build. And that's where I need to say thank you so much to the EA team, because I was able to go upstairs into the offices where the developers literally work on the game. And I sat with a person called Bogdan. It was great to meet you. I literally sat on his desk and played a build that was practically a live build that they were working on. And guys, it'd be very easy for me to just say all of these great things because they were so nice to me and allowed me to go out there. But I'm being deadly serious, okay? That was the best footballing gaming experience I have ever had. I played as Arsenal. I was up against Crystal Palace. I was only playing on world class because whenever a new game comes out, I always feel like I need just a few games to warm into it. And I always typically go one difficulty lower. My God. I'm so sad I don't get to play it for a little while. The build that I played on authentic gameplay that day was absolutely insane. And just to give you some context, we were meant to be going out and playing football on the EA pitch as I started playing, and they were trying to get me to go and play, and I didn't want to. I wanted to play this build of FC26 so badly, so I stayed a little bit longer just to experience the game. And I cannot say enough how good it felt. Everything felt heavier. Animations were that little bit slower but more realistic. It was just so much more football-y. It just felt so good to play, and I cannot wait to play that again. So the fact that they've split the gameplay as well, guys, I haven't even mentioned this. They can patch the different types of gameplay individually. So if something's a bit broken or not working online in competitive gameplay, they can tweak that and it won't affect career mode or offline gameplay, or authentic gameplay, I should say. And if something in career mode doesn't quite feel right, maybe there's too many goals being scored. You remember the games where we were winning 7-6, losing 8-4, like those kind of just crazy score lines? Well, guess what, guys? They can tweak the authentic gameplay and it won't affect competitive. So they just got rid of a massive headache for them. They can now individually patch the 2 separate game modes. And I will go into more detail in the next video. I'll tell you more about what I played. It's just night and day difference. It really is. And by the way, appearance-wise, they've given stadiums much more atmosphere. It feels like the weather is a bit more dense, a bit more foggy, and it looked really, really nice. So here's a look at the authentic gameplay, which again, you can just switch between competitive and authentic. Some people don't like the slower gameplay, and there are still sliders. You know, it's all optional. You can still adjust everything yourself. So then they just talked about these random events that pop up. I love this. I love this so much. Imagine you're getting ready for a big game. Let's say you're doing an Arsenal career mode and you've got a Champions League final. And sometimes it's going to throw you something like this. Hotel mayhem. During your team's stay at a hotel, a late night fireworks celebration has disrupted the team's sleep. Some of your players look visibly tired and you will need to check your team sheet and decide if they have enough energy for the upcoming match. Now, of course, you can turn these off as well, or you can just have them less frequent, or you can have them more frequent. There's all sorts. There are some really funny ones, like food poisoning. I'm not saying food poisoning is funny, but who remembers the dodgy lasagna? Yeah, back in the day. There are just going to be these random events that pop up, and it's just going to throw you into a situation where you are not expecting to be. And it can be right before a big match, or it can be just in the middle of a week when you're simulating to the next game. It's just throwing you into situations that you didn't expect to be in. And I love that. The unexpected. All of a sudden, your top goal scorer gets an injury, right? That's quite normal in the game right now. But imagine finding out that he missed the plane, or he was late to training and you've got to discipline him. There's all sorts of different events that pop up. And obviously they've shown a few of them. Fans to the rescue. So you can gain funds, you can lose funds. I think Pete mentioned a few of them. Budget malfunction. This was an interesting one. So you could have an offer to accept a film crew into your club and earn some money. Obviously it could disrupt things, the chemistry of the team and whatever. You can obviously just say no. You're not coming in, including increased exposure and revenue. However, it might also add pressure on the players. So there's going to be a disadvantage to doing that. This was interesting as well. I didn't realize they were adding kind of more cutscenes in the transfer negotiations and things like that. This is an interesting one. Wages leaked. The wages of all your players have been leaked, creating tension. Keep an eye on your team in the upcoming weeks and make sure no further disruptions to their morale occur. Wouldn't it be interesting if all of a sudden you got players saying, hey, I didn't realize this player was on this much. Why am I on this? I want a new contract, please. And then you can say, no, off you go. Or, yeah, sure, let's talk about it. I love that. So much fun. And there is confirmation. You can just turn unexpected events off and you can adjust how many come up, the frequency. And then, of course, stats. You can now pick up to 5 leagues, and they can be any of the leagues in the game, and you can track stats. You can see top goal scorers, most assists, their match ratings. And whilst you are looking at these stats, you are actually able to basically inquire and shortlist and scouts and all of that stuff from here. So you don't even need to then remember a name. Look, there you go. So you're looking at Cole Palmer, ask to scout, shortlist, and you can view the team stats there. And it just shows you everything, which was a really nice feature, because this would have been amazing as it was. But imagine like you're going through, I don't know, one of the smaller leagues in a different country, and you don't know many of the players' names, but you see someone is doing weirdly well, like he's blowing up, he's doing so well, but you have to then go back out, type in his name and find him. Instead, you can just search him right there, add him to your shortlist and scout him. So it's obviously a brand new feature having live events. It's a brand new feature having manager market and lots of quality of life improvements, new stats tracking. It's a big year for career mode. It really is. And I'm so excited to make the next video where we go into more detail in terms of just my experience playing the game. Again, thank you so much to EA for inviting me out. And thank you for allowing me to get footage and do an interview, which you guys will see. But also a massive shout out to all you guys who have been following me for years and years and years. I actually haven't felt this excited for career mode in a little while. I think this year's career mode is going to be really good fun. Those live events, I mean, great little mini series. I can pop up with a live event every now and again. And I talk about it in the interview tomorrow. I'll give you a little heads up now. Maybe in the future that I and other people, like creators and people that play the game, can create their own events and share them and things like that. So we'll talk about that. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys. And I will see you for the next one very soon, where we really go into my thoughts on the game after playing it.